Alright, all you Insomniatic TV channel surfers out there tonight, welcome back to the Tuesday Night Special. And yeah, the reference of the Thunderdome being mentioned during this week's edition of Monday Night Raw actually came from MVP during the VIP lounge. Almost forgot to mention that. But then again, since Cedric Alexander and the Viking Raiders broke that up, yeah, it wasn't worth mentioning according to the maestro. Next time we'll mention it though. But besides mentioning lines from famous movies that I got a feeling that guy who introduced the people in the Thunderdome needs to be a part of Raw Underground, or at least a part of the WWE Thunderdome altogether, I think it's time for us to pick up our channel remotes and go into another edition of As Seen on TV. And seeing the fact that we reached a milestone for this week for the As Seen on TV, I think we kick off Sports Month with a show that is very close to my heart that represents Sports Month as well, which is none other than the classic show of Legends of the Hidden Temple. Now, I wish we had the rights to play that cool music that they had during this show with the whole Yeah, man, that was an excellent theme for that show and always got me hyped to watch it. But besides me doing the best impersonation of probably one of my favorite theme songs for one of the Nickelodeon sports shows they would have, the meat and potatoes of this show is that you would have several teams going at it, being not only the Red Jaguars, the Blue Barracudas, the Green Monkeys, the Orange Iguanas, the Purple Parrots, or even the Silver Snakes, all going through 3 separate rounds to find out who would go on the temple run to win cool prizes by going through Olmec's temple. And with those meat and potatoes out of the way, what did I love so much about this show? Well, as you obviously heard from my impression in the beginning, the cool music that was featured during the show, especially during the final round when they're running through the temple. And if you haven't heard that music before, folks, I do believe they have, a BMG music set background on YouTube for all the songs that was featured during Legends of the Hidden Temple. And trust me, it's a great way to get you motivated to do just about anything around your house. Another thing that I loved about this show was the fact that they were able to combine not only Jeopardy, but Raiders of the Lost Ark to make this cool show. And not to mention the fact that this was the only show I've seen in Nickelodeon's history where the host would come in swinging on a vine just to host the show. It was the craziest thing I've seen in all my life. And as a little kid seeing a host come in like that, I said, man, I would love to do that one day, only to realize how difficult it would be to do it as an adult, and I said no the second I hit the age of, 13? Yeah, especially after the whole Project Adventure incident, but that's a story for another day, folks. Another thing that I loved about this show, while the maestro's sitting over there laughing in the corner, had to have been Olmec and all of the knowledge that they would have during this said show that they would have as questions for the kids during the shows, which was great. Now, one episode that I loved about this show, and this is one that stuck with me and my sister for the longest amount of time, and we would laugh for days on end about it, was one of the episodes, and I don't remember which team it was. I think it was the Purple Monkeys. I could be wrong with that one, folks, but the girl actually went throughout the entire final run of the temple without getting caught by anybody, going through all the puzzles. She was burning her way through the whole thing, made her way toward the end, and got caught by one of the mummies. And then you would see the other guy who was a part of the team who was confused as all hell with at least 2 minutes to go to make his way all the way toward the end after solving that last puzzle that the girl couldn't. Yeah, unfortunately he was unable to make it, and the fact that that girl carried that team all the way to the end of that temple for that kid to fail on that level, yeah, is something that me and my sister laughs about to this very day, and it's a magical episode. I recommend you go ahead and check it out. And with this show making a debut on Nickelodeon as of September 11th of 1993, only lasting until November 24th of 1995. And by the way, for those who are wondering out there, the 27th anniversary of this said show will happen as of next week. This show would go on to become a movie in 2016, only for it to be announced that it would be coming back as a reboot in April of 2020 on Quibi. But with the coronavirus and everything going on in the world today, I got a feeling it may be delayed a little bit further back than that. But once it hits the scene, folks, we will let you know, and we will give another review for this show when it makes its way back to the airwaves. And hopefully, fingers crossed, they have Kirk Frog swinging on that vine once again when the show comes back. And seeing the fact that we don't know how to review shows along the lines of TV Guide or any of those other famous TV reviewers out there, we say this. If you want to go ahead and watch a show featuring a giant statue head from ancient times, questioning kids on their ancient knowledge, only for them to run through an ancient temple that's hidden on a Universal Studios of Orlando, Florida studio lot, where they would win cool prizes from the 1980s and 90s to share with their family and tell stories to their grandkids for years on end, then I recommend you go out there, pick up your TV channel remotes, and watch that show. And I guess with that said, we might as well head back into that music once again. And when we return, we'll be back with more of the Tuesday Night Special right after this. So don't go watching reruns of your favorite TV shows just yet, folks. And stay tuned.